Okay, let's end up looking at another example. And in this particular one, again, we're going to solve by completing the square. And in doing this problem, we're going to come up against something a little different. Again, move this last term over with the 8 by adding 10. X squared plus 7x. Again, we love to leave that space. 18 on this side plus, and now we're going to complete that square. Your middle term is an odd number though. 7 is odd. I'm still going to do the same thing and divide by 2 and square it. Leave it as a fraction. I'll have 49 over 4. We add the 49 over 4 to both sides. You've completed the square. Remember, that's that intermediate step. And the next part, you're going to get out your calculator and you're going to add those values. 18 plus 49 over 4. So you can use Desmos, whichever you want. So if I do that with you here on this calculator, 18 plus 49 divided by 4. And then make sure that you math fraction the problem. So I have 121 divided by 4. 121 divided by 4. The left side, you've completed the square. So remember, it's going to be x, that's a plus, then this is a plus, and what goes here in this spot? That number. Remember, that's why we show that work. I know some kids like to do that work in their head, but we're going to write it until we get really good at it. So this is that intermediate step where we have something squared equals a number. So now what we're going to do is solve by undoing. Don't let those fractions bother you. You're using a calculator, so it's okay. So now I'll have x plus 7 halves squared, square root to show my work, plus or minus square root 121 over 4. 7 halves. And now what is the square root of 121 over 4? Well, you can just use your calculator, or if you know your perfect squares, you're all set to go. So if I use my calculator, I'll just do second square root, notice how those keys are paired together, of the answer. See that little answer key at the bottom here? It's blue, it says ANS, and I'll go second blue, and it pops the previous answer right under the parentheses, and then hit enter. I get 5.5, but I want a fraction. Now some calculators will just automatically give you the fraction, but I've got to tell mine to do it. 11 halves. So I plus or minus 11 halves. Now some of you might want to go ahead and write that as a decimal. It's not wrong to do it either way, but most teachers probably want you to keep with the fraction. If you know your perfect squares, remember when you simplify those radicals, you simplify the numerator and the denominator. These turn out to be rational numbers, right? These are rational because they're fractions. Let's keep going. Nothing's changed. X plus 7 halves equals negative 11 over 2, and x plus 7 halves equals positive 11 over 2. Subtract 7 halves, subtract 7 halves, and I'll have x equals negative 18 over 2, which is negative 9. I'm kind of running out of room there. Sorry about that. Again, subtract the 7 halves, subtract the 7 halves, and x will equal 11 minus 7 is 4 over 2, and that's just 2. If you're not comfortable doing this, well, we got to get comfortable, right? So use your calculator if you have to, but notice the denominators are the same, so we just subtract the numerators and then simplify as much as possible. And these are the solutions to our problem. So this was another part of the video of solving them by completing the square, where we get some odd coefficients. Just keep with those fractions. Use that calculator as necessary. Here you go.